All right, I know I'm about to ruffle some creamy off-white feathers, but it has to be said. Swiss Coffee by Benjamin Moore, overhyped. And before the comment section explodes, yes, I know everyone and their contractor is recommending this color right now. It's on walls, on trim, on ceilings, even on cabinetry. But just because a color is popular doesn't mean it's always right. And in this case, it's not always as easy as people think. So today, we're diving deep into why Swiss Coffee might not be that dream neutral you think it is, because it could totally backfire. And here's what you should be using instead, in my opinion. So first off, why is Swiss Coffee so tricky to use? Swiss Coffee by Benjamin Moore is a soft, warm off-white. It's cozy, it's comforting, designers love it, builders use it a lot, and when the conditions are just right, it can be beautiful. So this is the LRV, making it bright, but I wouldn't classify it as a true bright white. Its undertone is a yellowy, creamy beige, and I find it to be a bit of a chameleon. In warm light, it glows. But in cooler light and in north-facing rooms, it can quickly go muddy or look straight up yellow or even sometimes a bit greeny. That undertone is the issue. It can look creamy and elegant and nice, or it can look like a mismatched white that doesn't quite work with anything else. It's more sensitive than people realize, and not as foolproof as social media makes it seem, which is why I'm putting this video out as a bit of a PSA or a warning, a cautionary tale. Some common places where people use it and how it backfires, starting with walls. It feels warm and inviting, but in open concept homes with mixed lighting and finishes, it can clash fast. If your kitchen has gray quartz or your furniture tends to lean cool, Swiss Coffee might suddenly look way yellow, and that's not a good thing, because I'm pretty sure you didn't sign up for yellow walls, did you? On trim, it can look soft and subtle sometimes, unless your walls are a crisp white like a Chantilly lace, God forbid. Or even a cooler neutral paint color. When Swiss Coffee is put on the baseboards in those cases, it just looks like a dirty white. Not ideal. Okay, what about ceilings? Some people use it to soften a ceiling and make it a bit more warm and cozy with that warm undertone. But most of the time, it ends up looking like a white that has aged and stained, which is why I tend to always suggest cleaner whites, unless the whole room is tonal and creamy and you want to lean into that warmth everywhere, then it's a possibility, but for most people, just go with a clean white and you'll be good. Next up, cabinets. This one's tricky. So, in the right space, with maybe butcher block countertops and warm brass hardware, it's beautiful. But under cooler lighting or with black accents, Swiss Coffee can look so dated, yellowed, and kind of mismatched. Not a huge fan of it at all in those cases. So the real question is, why is this color still popular? Swiss Coffee looks great in photos or in videos like this. It makes spaces feel soft and lived in. And for designers doing full renos, they're controlling every single element of that project. So it works in those cases. But if you're not renovating top to bottom and you're keeping your floors and your lights and your countertops and your furniture, Swiss Coffee might not work the way you want it to. It's not a bad color, it's just not quite as flexible as I'd like, especially for an off-white. It's a light neutral. You think it should be very versatile, but it's not. It's pretty volatile in my experience. What about some easier, more reliable alternatives? The first one I can think of off the top of my head has to be White Dove by Benjamin Moore. A warm white with better balance. It's creamy without being too yellow and works well for walls, trim, even cabinets in any space. Another option is Cloud White, which is a cleaner alternative to White Dove, and I've used it all over the house in some projects. Looks really great on trim, ceilings, and modern spaces that need a touch of that warmth. It also pairs extremely well with a ton of design styles. Really big fan of it. And then an underrated one is Sea Pearl, OC-19. And this is a color that's a soft, grounded, grayish off-white. To me, it feels more modern than Swiss Coffee and works well in natural and cooler lighting. And if you wanted something that leans even more towards the grayish side of things, I have to mention Classic Gray, OC-23. Amazing color, super versatile, best of both worlds where it brings in a little bit of subtle warmth without going to the creamy, yellowy territory that Swiss coffee is known for. The one time I appreciate Swiss coffee is when it's color washed in a space, where it becomes the only white or off-white, and it's used on the walls, the trim, and the ceilings, because then it's everywhere. It becomes the neutral. It sets the stage in the space. So, I don't know, I guess I'm an all or nothing guy. Before you commit to any color, test samples in your own space with your lighting and your finishes, or better yet, let me help you find something even better. You can get custom color palettes made just for your space. Just shoot me an email at james@thepaintpeople.com or visit our website and we can get that color palette to you within approximately 3 business days or so. And that's it.